About 10 or 12 years ago, I decided I wanted to build a koi pond here in my backyard and have a bit of a water feature back here. And I thought a waterfall would be nice. And I never had built a koi pond, and I didn't know how. But like I always say, just not knowing how to do something never has stopped me. So I just rolled up my sleeves and went to it. And I thought I'd show you how it all came about. But before I begin, let me tell you a quick story. Before I started the waterfall, I had removed a flower garden that sits just about where the pond is now. My daughter had a friend over, and it had been raining and that spot was a little muddy, and she asked could they play in the mud, and I said, oh sure, just be sure you rinse your feet off before you go back into the house. I thought they were going to go wading. Well, imagine my surprise when I looked out and captured this photo. Well, they laid there in the sun until that mud baked into their hair. We used all the hot water in both hot water tanks, and I heated water on the stove until I finally got the mud washed out of their hair. They had a good time. The first thing I did was back my tractor up as high as I could go up on that bank until it started to spin out, and that's where I started digging. I had the backhoe on the back and the bucket on the front. Well, I started working my way down, and when I got to the bottom of the bank, that's where I started to dig the pond. It wasn't long before I had the makings of a pretty good hole in the ground. I just kept digging deeper and deeper and deeper. You can see in these next photos where the little pools at the top and the waterfall area and the pond are beginning to take shape. I felt it was important for the pond to be level. You don't want to have it 6 inches from ground level down to the surface of the water on one side and maybe only an inch on the other. So since water seeks its own level, I ran a clear plastic tube across the width of the pond. I filled that with colored water so I could check level all the way across. That worked out pretty well. Next came the liner, but first I called the local flooring store here in town, and they told me they frequently throw out used carpet out in the alley behind their store. So for a few days the kids and I went dumpster diving, and we came up with enough carpet to line the whole bank and the pond before we started laying out the liner. That protects the liner from any sharp rocks that might have been overlooked in a project of this size. Once the liner was all in and I had checked for leaks, I began to lay pavers around the outside edge of the pond, and then folded the liner back over toward the water, and that created the surface for the flagstone to be set. Well, after stacking 27 tons of rock, I commented to a friend that the pond is now done. She just laughed. She said, I know you, it'll never be done. Well, of course she was right. It's evolved over the years, and the trees have grown up now, and well, I'll just let the pictures tell the rest of the story.